Okay, man, 6 hours later, we had 2 truckloads. Each truckload was 18,000 pounds of rock, okay? This is the big stuff, the size of basically a basketball or football. Those gigantic washouts, there were 3 of them in here. Well, those are completely covered, so we don't suspect there should be any issues. This is what they were complaining about in the report. Now I'm going to take you down here because we've actually dried this place out pretty good. Hold on. I still got to be careful. Just bear with me. Let me get down here. We've been drying this out for the last day and a half. And here, of course, is our problem. And this is my job to fix this thing in the morning. This has got to stay clear. And I put a chicken wire all the way around this, okay? Dig this out. We've already dug it out, but it got filled up with a bunch of debris from us blowing crap around. From here, this has got to be trenched out, okay? So we'll shovel all that back and put a big trench right through here. And then that'll flow into there. This is already naturally graded, so that water will travel down here too. Then we're going to blow all these leaves up and into the woods, and over here too. We just ruffled them up so we can dry them out, so we'll take the backpack blowers and blow them. Okay, let's get on the other side. In fact, I can actually walk through here. Five guys, 36,000 pounds of rock, and we moved and placed everything in 6 hours. Okay, that's the time frame. And we made a few adjustments on a few things, but all in all, everything came out well. And of course, this entire hill is going to have erosion fabric put on it, and it's going to be seeded, okay? And so is over here, we think. We don't know yet, but we know we got to do this entire hill. Excuse me. And all I can say is the excavator was a great machine all day long. Okay, this is how this is supposed to look. See the big concave in there? There you go. That's exactly how that's supposed to look. This was bermed. This was the major gig right here. This is what the city faulted this whole project on. This and that big washout over there, okay? So those were our 2 big ones. And then this is supposed to be dry at all times. Should never have sitting water in this. And this hill has to be seeded. Okay? All right, let's go up and look at the other one. All the guys have already left. And here was another major issue. Was this over here. Sweet. It's 18,000 pounds of rock right there for your information. 18,000 pounds. Now, since this has already got embedded rock and it is concaved in, we don't have to worry about that. They told us that this section right here is not a problem. Okay? This was the big one. And of course, there was no access through here. Just keep that in mind. Remember, you could not walk, really couldn't get back here because it was this. So the first thing we did was cut a path, clean everything up, put our erosion tarp down, and then backfill this in with this rock. Oh, can't leave trash. Cannot leave any trash. Yep. Yep. Got to pick up everything. Got to leave it cleaner than when we found it. Okay. And I found out the story on all these bare spots. There used to be a house back here, and what they did was they buried it. And then the house, over the years, collapsed. And the ground sunk, and the pavement started cracking. So they had to excavate this tar surface to find out what the story is. And when they finally found out there was an old house back here and the guy was burying a bunch of trash before they paved it over the first time, no one ever knew that that's what he did with this land. He sold it to the church, and they never informed him that he buried his house here or buried an old house here. All right, but so far so good. This turned out really, really, really good. And that's the end of the month. I gotta take care of some business myself. I'll be back here at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we're gonna finish this up. I get paid, and then I go right to another job, rebuilding a fence. And then hopefully, and I'm crossing my fingers, I get a couple of days off because I need it. I've been busting my ass out here since Saturday. Okay, here's all our erosion tarp, or it's this stuff here. Okay, this is what we use. This is commercial, and it helps with planting grass and holding back the soil. And in the video I uploaded before this one, you can see the dump truck was over here. We did our best not to bust anything up. The curb did get kind of beat up a little bit, but not too bad. Okay. Now that the owner, Equinox Joe, sees that I can actually run my machine, and machine was very, very valuable in speeding up the process here, because he did tell the church that he definitely needed an excavator out here, and he had to charge extra for that. He charged my fee, which is pretty substantial for four days. But now that he sees the value of an excavator, he's already talking to me about trying to do more work. And I told him, sure, as long as I'm running my machine and I'm getting my price for it, we're good to go. All right, leave those comments. What do you think? Major improvements since day one that I came out here Saturday and did this video. This looks great. Talk to you tonight. Love you. Leave those comments, thumbs up, and thank you for all the new subscribers. 25,011 as of this morning.